Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Cape Cod is proud to support community TV. Some of the refreshing and satisfying products offered by Coca-Cola are Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Sprite, Fanta, Dr. Pepper, and Moxie. 125 years and still teaching the world to sing.
Kinlan Grover Real Estate sells and lists more property than any other real estate company on Cape Cod and is pleased to support community television and the Dukes of Sports.
Heritage Floor Covering supports community television and is located in Heritage Park off Route 130 Sandwich. When you look down, we look good. Carpet, vinyl, tile, and laminates. Sales, service, and installation with 40 years experience.
The Sagamore Inn, 1131 Route 6A in Sagamore, is happy to support community television. We are open for lunch and dinner every day and specialize in Italian-American cuisine, fresh native seafood, and specials.
Sandwich Animal Hospital, 492 Route 6A in East Sandwich, is pleased to support community television. We are accredited by the American Animal Hospital Association and offer surgery, dentistry, general, and preventative care. Appointments are available Monday through Saturday, 508-888-2774. Feel free to visit our website.
Sandwich Car Wash is easy to find on Route 130 Sandwich near Coca-Cola, 1.5 miles off Route 6, Exit 2. Save even more with our 1 or 3 month passes for unlimited state-of-the-art washes. We invite you to visit our website, sandwichcarwash.com. Open daily.
Hey, welcome to the Dukes of Sports. I'm Randy Lively. Our co-host Andrew Eaton will be here in a minute. He's still trying to get the noose off from around his neck after what the Celtics did in Game 1 against the Heat. So he's been on suicide watch for the last couple of... Andrew!
Hey!
How are you?
Good.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are. And here we are on the radio.
On the radio, we hope.
That's true. We do hope.
Yeah, we had a great show last week with
that was
Chuck Sturdivant from
phenomenal.
GM of the Born Braves.
We've been hearing some very good things.
And this week it's just you and I, so
It
you
is.
get what you get, you know?
Indeed. So where do you want to start with
Where
this?
do we want to start? Well, you know what? Before we really get into it,
Yeah.
where I want to start is, do you have this yellow crap all over your car? Like
Yes.
Well, you know, one of our underwriters happens to be the Sandwich Car Wash.
That's true, yes.
And boy, oh boy, does mine need it. And plus mine's black.
Yeah.
And you clean it one day, it needs cleaning again the next day.
Yeah,
You know, you go
I've
to the
rinsed my car a
storehouse.
couple times. It just doesn't do the trick.
No, that stuff is unbelievable. But you know what? You know, Sandwich Car Wash
Mm-hmm.
has this deal. You know, if you buy, a 1 or 3 month pass,
Yep.
you can bring your car there
As many times as you want.
unlimited.
Yep.
So if your car gets all gunked up again in one day, not a problem. You just keep on going and going and going. It's a great thing, and you know, they also do the detailing. So like if you're a type of person that's got I'll say your favorite soda can, then it'd have to be Coke.
Right.
Of course, it'd be Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, Moxie.
Yep.
If you got those dripping all over your back seat, and then you went to the Sagamore Inn. These are all underwriters.
Imagine that.
And you had such a big meal, you had to have a little styrofoam thing, or you couldn't eat one of their great desserts, so you brought that home, and you flung those in the back, and you got crumbs all over the place.
I think the point you're making is they do interior detailing as well.
They do.
They do.
And if you call ahead, which you really need to if it's going to be the
If it's a full detail.
deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
You can borrow Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Bubbles, the
Yes.
sandwich car wash car,
That's right.
and toot around in that thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, and that's good too. You know, if you were bringing your pets back and forth to the Sandwich Animal Hospital,
Yep.
got a lot of fur, boom, they'll get that out too.
All right.
I could keep going,
I know you could.
but I won't. I'll save it for next week.
All right.
So where you want to start?
Well, I think what everyone has seen on our Facebook page, if they visit our Facebook page, is a little back and forth between you and I on the Celtics.
Yeah, well, even Rob throws his 2
Oh,
cents.
Rob always
You
throws
bet.
2 cents in. And
That's about what it's worth. But
and I can't help but notice that you have very little faith in the Celtics.
you're right.
Okay.
I think they've had a right now. If you stop the season,
Yes.
they had a good year.
They did, and even making the Eastern Conference Finals, being as quote unquote old as they are, is really impressive. And then you're looking at the West, the Spurs are really equally as old, but they're on what 20 games now, right?
It's
Is it 19 or 20, Rob?
20,
20
and they're 11
games.
deep.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's
11 players play
11.
every
Yeah,
game.
they have probably the best bench in the league. So it's scary regardless.
Well, even if Oklahoma beats them, which was your pick, which I thought was a good pick,
Yeah, but
until.
until the Spurs blew them out twice.
But I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Who they're playing, whoever the West champ is. I mean,
Yeah.
right now, if you're watching the Spurs, what is it, Thunder?
Yeah.
You're watching the championship game, as far as I'm concerned, the championship series.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do think.
If an Eastern team, I would think if an Eastern team got to 6 games, it would be a big deal against either one of those.
Well, I think if, and this is not for lack of faith, I'm just saying if the Heat were to sweep the Celtics, and I don't think they will, let me reiterate that, I don't think they will, but if they were to sweep the Celtics, I think Miami would put up a really good fight against whatever Western team is in there.
Maybe.
And that's assuming also the Spurs don't sweep Oklahoma City. And I think that would be.
Well, I'll tell you, if they sweep Oklahoma, that's a tall order.
It is, and I think that the Spurs might be worn down a little by the finals, and that's what I'm hoping is that it'll go at least 6 games, and whatever team wins will be a little worn out. Hopefully the Spurs, because I think the Celtics would do better against the Spurs, in my opinion.
Dude, the Spurs against Oklahoma was those first 2.
Those are the 1 and 2.
But were they home games for the Spurs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Spurs got the number 1 seed.
Okay.
So, and actually going off on a little bit of a tangent here, we discussed the playoff scenario in basketball and how I was a little confused about it.
Mhm.
And Rob put me in my place and said, no, this is how it is. But it's not. If you remember, Rob, you said that
I'm listening.
It was like in football, and if when the Celtics beat, who did they beat the first round?
Atlanta.
Right. And they were going against the Sixers. They shouldn't have played the Sixers. They should have played Indiana, because if it was reseeded, because Indiana and Miami were the 2 and 3 seeds, were they not?
Or
Because the Sixers were the 8th seed.
right.
No, but Indiana
why
didn't
were they
win their
playing the
division.
Celtics?
Chicago won that division. Indiana was second. The Celtics won the Eastern Division, so they were first, even though their record was worse than Indiana.
But they were the 4 seed. The Celtics were the 4 seed.
3.
Because
They were the 4 seed.
because they were division winner.
Well, they should have been the 3rd seed then. That's why the basketball playoffs do not make any sense. It's not like hockey.
Well,
All right, hockey they give you the
Atlanta
top
had
three
I
seeds.
guess Atlanta had a better record. That's why they had home court.
Didn't the Sixers get home court too?
No.
No, the
Sixers were
Celtics
the
did
eighth
have.
seed.
Oh, that's right, because Game 7 was in Boston. All right, but so that doesn't make any sense though. The Celtics are the higher seed, but they don't get home court.
Right.
Then they're the lower seed, but Miami had to play Indiana, even though they were the higher seed. That didn't make any sense. They were the 2 and 3 seeds, and they played each other. Unlike in hockey, where who was it that snuck in there?
They had the higher seed in the Atlanta series.
They had the higher seed, but they didn't have home court.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
No, Atlanta had home court.
It's so bizarre, Rob. It doesn't make any sense. They need to change that because I like the hockey setup. Fine, you want to give it the division, the 3 seed, because who was it? Tampa just like snuck in there. They should have been the 7th seed, I think, but they won their division, so they were the 3 seed. Now they didn't go anywhere past the first round, I don't think, and therefore it was a moot point. But had they gone past the first round, they would have had home ice in the next round because they were the 3 seed, unless they were playing the 1 or 2, which they wouldn't have until the conference finals, the Eastern finals or whatever.
Yep.
So why isn't basketball set up that way? And I'm not complaining because, again, the Celtics would have had to play the Pacers, and that would not have ended well, I don't think.
Well, why don't you just shoot out a quick email to David Stern?
I think I will.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
You
just
should.
think it's stupid and it doesn't make
Tell
any
him that.
sense.
You tell him.
I should.
While
I don't
you're
think
at
I'd be
it,
the
when
only
you-
one.
When you write to David Stern, can you tell him to fire half the refs?
Yes.
Thanks.
Especially all the ones in Miami.
Yes.
That was insane.
Five-
so going
five
back to the
technical
actual
fouls.
Celtics game. I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
done
was-
with my
was there
playoff
a game?
tangent.
Okay. Yeah.
5 technicals.
Yeah.
And it seemed like LeBron could have stabbed one of the Celtics and gotten away with it.
Well, yeah, he's LeBron.
I know, he's LeBron. He can do no wrong. He is the chosen
He's the
one.
king.
The self-proclaimed king.
King on home court.
Good God. I am so sick of him. I actually got into it a little bit with a Miami fan. Because she's like, oh, and all the Heat haters come out. I go, I don't hate the Heat. I don't. I hate LeBron. I think Dwayne Wade's kind of a drama queen himself, but he's at least a good player, and he seems like a nice
so
enough
you don't
guy.
think LeBron's a good player?
I don't think he's as good as everyone says he is. He does not deserve MVP this year. He did not deserve it at all.
Who did?
Rondo, no.
No.
Durant, Westbrook, Tony Parker, even God, why can I never remember the other Spurs guy, the old guy? Come
Tim
on.
Duncan?
What is it?
Tim Duncan?
Duncan probably
Best
could have
record
even
in
got.
basketball.
I mean, come on. He 5th or 6th, LeBron.
He's the sexy pick.
He is the sexy pick.
Who picks it?
I don't know. The coaches, I think,
Oh,
right?
no, I don't know if it's coaches or.
Or is it the media?
or sports
It's got to be
writers.
the media.
Yeah, well, they all love LeBron.
They all love LeBron. I mean, they may as well just hand him the title.
Well,
and
look at
just-
what ESPN did for.
Oh, good. With the
When he
decision?
decided-
I
yeah.
mean, that's...
Yeah, they devoted an hour to it for crying out loud.
When the Heat lose, they still show LeBron's dunks. The other team doesn't even get any. They don't even show them scoring. They
No.
show the 3 LeBron dunks, and they lost by 20.
Mhm.
But that's what they show,
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely insane with that. And I liked LeBron when he first came in. I was like, wow, this guy's... He's something like 3 or 4 months older than I am. I mean, we're the same age and all... for all intents and purposes. And I'm going, yeah, this is...
Well, there's a lot of other similarities.
Yeah.
Same build.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
I wish.
same income.
I really wish that. But I liked him. And, he was a homegrown guy. He went to Cleveland. I'm like, this is wonderful. The Cavaliers have never done anything. They might actually do something. How wonderful. And then it was like, okay, well, he can't do it himself. They've got to get someone else in there. And they brought Shaq in. And Shaq couldn't help. So they got rid of Shaq.
Shaq was too old.
Shaq was too old. They brought someone else in, and they had some other players that were decent, but they butted heads with LeBron. He became captain at like 19. It was insane.
Yeah.
But I even still liked him then.
Well, they didn't find him with Scottie Pippen or.
No, they didn't find him. Well, he had some players.
Who was the guard on that team?
The
And
point.
the Bulls?
Point guard. Oh, Stock.
Yeah,
No.
he plays with the Clippers now. He was a scoring
Right.
point guard. I can't think of his name.
I
They
can't
brought
think of his
Jameson
name
in
either.
too. Jameson was pretty good, and Varejao.
Yeah, I mean, they had some okay players. They weren't a spectacular team
Wasn't
outside
John
of LeBron.
Stockton on that team?
No,
No.
On Cleveland.
Yeah.
No,
No, that was San Antonio then. Well,
no, it was Utah.
Utah. Same thing.
Yeah.
Out west.
Past the Mississippi, huh?
But I thought they had a guard on that team that was pretty
Mo
good.
Williams.
Yeah, but he's playing for the
It's Mo
Clippers now.
Williams.
That's what you're saying, right?
Mo Williams was the guy.
Mo Williams.
Plays for the Clippers now. He's backs
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
But, so you give LeBron those two guys. I mean, who knows if Jordan could have done it without them.
No, without Pippen.
I mean, Pippen really. I mean, he was like,
He was the Robin to Michael Jordan's
he
Batman.
was, I mean, they were 1A and 1B. I mean, Pippen was a
Yeah,
damn good
Pippen
player.
was phenomenal. And even Dennis Rodman helped a little.
Well,
If anything, it took the distraction of.
he had no problem, mixing it up and
Yeah,
banging
he was,
it around, getting rebounds.
That's like Garnett on the Celtics.
No, he's not.
Garnett gets the rebounds.
Not like Rodman.
No.
But that's all Rodman did. Rodman couldn't shoot the broadside of a
Yeah,
barrel.
once in a while.
Once in a while, he was
put
good
up
at
some
free
numbers.
throws, wasn't he?
But,
Garnett is the best shooting big man in history, I think.
you go back. Well, what about Bill Walton?
Yeah, but no jump shots. Not like that. Not
Yeah.
like Garnett.
But
But what I'm saying is, I've
what
evolved.
are you saying?
I'm saying that I used to like LeBron. When he first entered the league, I did like him. I didn't mind he was called the king and the chosen one and all this stuff. It didn't bother me. But then as I saw him start to whine and if someone's hair touched his arm, he would fall to the ground and start crying and go over to the refs. Where's the call? Where's the call? But then he can throw elbows and
You're not exaggerating, are you?
just slightly.
Do you remember when he hurt his shoulder or something against the Celtics in Game 6? And he had the bandage. That's the one I really didn't like him. He faked an injury because he couldn't hit a foul shot. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was the one I really didn't like.
Uh,
But hey, so how can the Celtics beat him?
defense. That's what they've got to step up on the defense. And then
Ain't the only thing they got to do.
well, no, I mean they got to back up their defense and actually score some offense. I mean, the defense could do really well, and I think their defense did do really well. Held them to 90 points in the first game. I mean, for Miami, that's pretty good.
Not bad, but
If you can get them
but
under
when you
90.
can't break 80.
Well, that's the thing. Is
And
you've
they've
got to
been
bring them
having
down
a-
to
I mean, this is
85 or
nothing
less.
new.
No, it's not.
But that's what the Celtics have to do. They have to grind him down. But if you
They
have
do.
8 less foul shots and 5 technicals to Miami,
Yeah.
isn't that the game?
Not necessarily. The Celtics only shot barely 50% from the free throw line.
Yeah, there's that too. But what I mean
Well-
is that because
Well, how many free throws
of
did they
all
take?
those points, they would have been in the game instead of out of the game. They would have had a chance.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm really, really concerned that the Celtics can't score.
Yeah, and I guess that's really been their
And-
issue all year, and even through
Ray
the
Allen,
playoffs.
I said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. He shouldn't be starting. He
Well-
should be getting limited minutes.
Well, who's going to start over him now?
Anybody.
Like who?
Name somebody. Bass. Anybody.
Actually, Bass has been playing pretty well in the playoffs.
You
No,
know,
he's a power forward.
He's
what?
He starts at power forward, Bass.
All right,
does, okay.
Well,
So it'd be the Popovich or whatever his name is, or Marquise Daniels. Now those are the two people who've been
Yeah.
starting in front of him.
fine.
You want Daniel starting over Allen?
What's Allen doing for you?
He sunk some threes in Game 7 against the Sixers.
One game.
I mean, yeah.
They're going to win only
and that's the
with
thing.
him.
What's
he
that?
also,
Going to win only if they have Ray Allen playing well.
Right.
They're just
and
going to pick
absolutely.
their spots.
Rondo is inconsistent. I get that. But,
well, you know who's been inconsistent too is Pierce.
Yes.
yeah.
He hasn't
Yes.
had a good playoff.
No. I
No,
agree.
he's had a couple good games, I
And
think.
I don't think
One in
if-
each series,
If
if I'm
your
not mistaken.
offense is Rondo and Garnett, I don't see any way in hell they can beat
Miami, LeBron and Dwayne.
or other teams for that matter.
Yeah.
And those aren't, Pierce got 12 points, I think. Allen shot 1 for 7 the first game.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Pierce got
Allen
12.
didn't-
but
didn't
shooting
step
like
up.
5 for 16. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just.
But isn't that a huge turnaround to go like 24 hours between games,
Yeah.
flying down? You knew they were going to come out flat.
Well, like I told Andrew, it's their own fault.
Yep,
They,
I agree.
they should have never gone 7 games with Philly.
yep, I agree. Well, but Philly was a well-coached young, very-
and they were a big defensive team.
But
I mean,
nevertheless-
you're calling them an inferior team to Miami, but were they?
no.
I don't think they were.
I think
their
Philadelphia
record might
would've
not have
given
been as
Miami
good
a
as
game, too.
Miami's, but I think they were a better team.
I don't think so.
No.
Nah.
Well,
think so.
better coached,
Better
deeper
coach. Well,
bench.
I know, and that's a good point, and you and I agree on this, Rob.
So you
is
think
the
Doug
coaching
Collins is a better coach than Doc Rivers?
Oh, no,
No,
Doug Collins is
God,
a better
no.
coach than Spolstra.
better than Miami?
Oh, well,
Miami's coach is just
that's
a
what I'm
face in a
saying.
suit, like
They
I
don't
said on
need
the
a coach.
Facebook. No, they don't, and that's why I don't think it's that big of a deal that Dwayne Wade flipped out on him. Everyone's making this, he's a
Yeah.
prima donna, and look at him,
I think
thinks
you're
he's
going to
better than
find that
everything.
happen again in the next 2 games.
You think it's going to happen again?
Dwayne Wade, again, is going to go off. He's going to get upset. And
Probably.
well,
If they can't beat him in Miami, especially tonight, because we're recording live, guys. Just remember that.
yeah,
But it's Wednesday.
This is Wednesday,
Um,
the 30th.
well, what do you mean? If,
The 30th.
if Miami holds serve and then the Celtics come home and win 2, so it's 2-2 after 4, aren't they in it?
They're in it, but I think the longer the series goes, it works against the Celtics.
absolutely. Even if, I think if they lose tonight, they're in
A
trouble.
world of hurt. Yeah,
they're in
yeah.
big trouble.
They are.
Even if they win all 3 at home, I mean, then you're having
they
to
don't
go
play
to
3 at
game
home. They only
6 or
They
game.
play 2 at home and then they come back to Miami for game 5.
That's another thing that drives me nuts about the basketball playoffs. Anyway, should be like baseball: 2-3-2, make it easy, less travel, easier on the guys. Anyway,
No, I like the
2-2-1-1-1.
yeah.
So they'd have to go. They'd have to win both games at home.
Well,
Then they'd have to win that game 5.
Well, they have to win 1 game in Miami to win
Well,
the
I mean, they
series.
have to win.
And
Obviously,
They have to win all their games at home.
no,
but-
but I just think the longer the series goes, the
Yeah.
tireder the Celtics are going to get
Yep.
Yeah,
because they're older.
yeah. I
And maybe
figure.
that's why they did such a crap job of rebounding and shot blocking.
Yeah.
They had 1 block shot that first game. They got out rebounded by 15.
Yeah.
No. Wasn't
Yeah.
that much, was it?
Yeah.
It
They were
wouldn't
in it-
surprise
they-
me.
After
I mean, it
3
was.
quarters, they were almost tied.
Well, that's what the box score said. 48
I didn't know that.
But that's even worse, Rob. If they're getting the rebounds, if they're equal or close to equal on rebounds to Miami, and they still lose by, I mean, how many points was it? 11,
14.
12, 14,
Well, but
14
in the
points?
first half, Rondo had
that's
open
awful.
shots, Allen had open shots, Pierce had open shots, and they
were
all
missing
missed
them. I mean, it was a bad game.
Really, that was.
And I think that they're going to play with a chip on their shoulder tonight.
Oh yeah.
And I think they're going to blow them out. I think they're going to kill them. And hopefully then they can ride the momentum and win the series.
Yeah, all right, but you were saying you were glad the Celtics were playing Philly, not Indiana, right?
Yes.
But look what Miami did to Indiana.
Still won 6 games.
They were down 2 games to 1. Bang, 3 in a row.
That was 5. That was 5, wasn't it?
End of discussion. No, they won 6 games. They were down 2,
Oh, they were down 2-1, right.
and then
Okay.
they won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Celtics, I don't think, have they won 2 in a row in a playoff series yet?
I think they did against Atlanta. They definitely didn't in
Don't know. I don't remember
against
that myself.
Philly.
They might have early on. They might have gotten like games 2 and 3 or something against Atlanta.
Something like
But
that.
pretty much since then, it's been win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1.
Yeah.
And so
And-
what's that? That's they're
That means they lose this series.
yeah,
in 7.
I mean,
But
they're playing over 2 games over 500.
yeah.
And I'm just playing devil's advocate with you. but
No,
you're
no, I
saying
get that. I
You
get that.
thought Indiana would have been tougher on the Celtics than
I do.
Philly. And Miami, you know,
But
they
they
got
also-
down
they-
and then they
but
just
they're
put
different
they put
teams.
the pedal to the metal and they just blew Indiana out.
You know, but the difference was that Indiana does play some defense. Not as much as the Celtics or the Sixers.
Well, okay, so yeah,
But-
but then they still lost 3 in a row to them to lose, you know, to get
to
closed
Miami.
out.
But I'm saying that the Indiana's defense isn't as good as the Sixers or the Celtics. That's why that series went 7, was because both teams were playing good defense and both teams were playing crap offense. I mean, frankly.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just kind of balanced itself out. I don't think that
Yeah, but I
even
don't-
with the Sixers or Celtics defense against Indiana, because they play good enough defense both teams were playing such poor offense until Game 7, the Celtics actually played some good offense. And really, it was once Pierce fouled out and Ray Allen stepped up and sunk like 3 threes in a row or something. Actually, he scored the last 12 points, if I'm not mistaken.
That was Rondo.
Rondo scored the last 9.
That's
Rondo.
what it was. Okay. You know, but it was.
And Rondo's usually not a guy they go to late in the game.
Right.
It's usually Pierce.
Well, I did see. I actually watched the whole game of Game 7. I was able to do that finally. And, you know, I'm still seeing Rondo fumble. I don't know what his deal is with the ball control, but he's having trouble with that. And that's hurt them, I think, a lot. And I know I talk a big game about Rondo, and I still believe in him, and I still think they should build a team around him because he's only going to get better.
I don't know if he can get much better.
Eh,
He can get much better in his shooting percentage.
well, he can get, yeah.
Beyond that,
But I mean, he's hitting triple doubles. He's hit 9 or 10 triple
Yeah.
doubles in the playoffs alone in his career.
yeah.
I mean, he's only been in the league 5 years. Rob, is that right?
Who's that,
I-
Rondo?
Rondo.
Yeah, about 5.
I heard
And-
some analysts say that he thought Rondo's getting the number of rebounds that he does is not good for the team. Because it means
Well, no, because he's a smaller guy and he's
Well, I
getting
mean-
rebounds. Not good.
no, but it means he's not out front. You know,
But Doc Rivers, because the Celtics are always the worst team in offensive rebounding, and the reason is nobody goes for it, everybody goes back. His mantra is back, set your defense, make the other team spend time scoring. So they don't go for offensive rebounds. Once in a while, they send Rondo to the glass by himself, especially if they're down. That's what they do.
yeah. But the analyst's point was he thought Rondo he would be more effective if the big guys actually rebounded for a change, and so Rondo could be down the floor.
Yeah, you know, I guess I never understood why Garnett isn't hanging out under the opponent's net. I mean, he's
Yeah, they're very
their big guy.
Yeah, they're very lax at offensive rebounding. It's not, and maybe
they don't
Rob
do
hit a
it.
point. And apparently, it's not something that they really
But see,
emphasize.
Garnett's playing center, and he's not a center. He's a power forward.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, we lost.
Kendrick Perkins is supposed to be under the basket. That's who's supposed to be under there.
Yeah, unfortunately,
And
he is
see
under
what
the
I mean?
basket, just not for the Celtics.
Well, he's hurting too, but that's
Yeah.
how it's supposed to work, really.
But
Well, that's also why we had the O'Neills. And what have they done? One retired, and now he's a doctor and a police officer and grown-ups too. And
does a nice Buick commercial.
does he do a Buick commercial?
Oh yeah,
I haven't even seen
he
that
talks
one.
about his shoes being bigger than some hybrids.
He might be the new general manager of the Orlando Magic.
Yes, that's right. I've heard that.
And he also said some of his shoes were more stylish than some of those cars too.
Jeez.
And
And
he's
then,
got this big old smile on his face. I mean, how can you not like? I mean, whether it be him or his agent, I mean, they're marketing geniuses.
oh yeah,
I mean, he's still doing those icy hot commercials. He doesn't even play.
I know. Well, he did those, and they were good to put a generic jersey on him, but the colors are
Well, they have to.
Phoenix.
Oh,
His colors still, because he shot that commercial when he played for Phoenix.
really?
So, which was after Miami, which was after the Lakers. I mean, it's like,
But,
it
yeah,
cracks me up.
I just, like
But-
I said,
but
I think
who's-
the Celtics, at this point, anything that they're doing is overachieving.
Well, maybe
I
I
mean,
just.
they've done, I think, well to get where they are.
Hmm.
Anything else is going to be
A bonus.
a miraculous bonus. And I'm almost hoping that they don't make it, because do you really want to see them going up against the West? I mean, that could be really ugly.
I would rather
San Antonio
they.
is really going to beat down anybody that's left.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
they
it's-
absolutely will.
it's gonna be a
But I would
bloodbath.
I would even rather get swept in the finals against one of those West teams than lose in any amount of games to LeBron. That's just,
That's it's like me. I don't care if the Red Sox win, but I really don't want the Yankees to win. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just
Exactly.
more important.
You
Same
know,
thing with
I
the
Well, yeah,
Jets.
but wouldn't it be?
I'm glad the Lakers are out of it, and that's why I guess I kind of got a pull for Oklahoma if the Celtics don't do well.
But wouldn't it be nice? I mean, before the season started, all the pundits pretty much anointed Miami
As the champion.
this year.
Absolutely.
So wouldn't it be nice to have them back in the finals and just have their butts handed to them?
No, I think it'd be better if they didn't even reach the finals. That's what I think. I think it would be better if that happened. But you look at that, and who did they also anoint before the season started in football? The Eagles. The Eagles
yeah.
are gonna win the championship.
Well, yeah, every year
That
they
went
say
well.
the Eagles.
And then
Eagles, but
last year, the Red Sox. Look at the team. They got Adrian Gonzalez and Carl Crawford. They are going to win the World Series.
this year was Detroit.
This year was
this
Detroit.
year was Detroit. They're under 500.
Yeah, Detroit's under 500, right? Yeah. I mean, and they're about to get swept by the Red Sox tonight.
Well, they
so-
got a little ways to go before there's a sweep, isn't there?
Well, they've already won 2. Isn't it a 3-game series?
I don't know. What's today? Wednesday?
Wednesday. I was
I don't know what
I
it
was
is.
at Game 1.
Oh,
I
that's
was.
right.
I was there on Memorial Day. They won 7-4. They had a little bit of a scare with a 2-run homer in the top of the 9th, rather.
Yeah.
But they pulled it out. Your boy there, Dubront, pitched
Yeah.
well. Gave up 3 homers, but he pitched well.
Hey, if you give up a few home runs in your solo,
Yes.
and that's all you do.
Oh, that's right. He only gave up 2. It was your other boy there, Seves, gave up the 3rd one, and it was a 2-run blast.
Yeah.
But he still got
Well,
the
the 2-1
save.
blast he gave up before that cost him the game. too.
Right.
I
He.
couldn't believe it.
I still stand by the fact that I don't think he should be the closer. I know he did well in that little stretch there,
Well,
but
there's nobody else.
I know.
I'm
And
not
Bard
sure
is
Bard-
doing well as a
You
starter.
know, the thing with Bard is,
Did you guys see last night? He almost got thrown out.
Bart?
Aceves.
No.
He started screaming
Oh,
at the
yeah,
umpire
he-
with one out in the 9th.
Well, the game that I was at was the one where Jim Leland and the third base coach
Oh.
both got ejected, and we're going. It was all this. There was the call, and Leland went out, and it was very calm, and he discussed it, and then walked back to the dugout, and that was it. And we're like, oh, well, okay, that's it. And then all of a sudden, the next inning, the third base coach is going out to his position, and he starts jawing off at the third base ump, and all of a sudden they're like chest to chest, and then the first base ump comes over, and we're going, what is going on? Like, what is this about? We had no idea in the stadium what was going on, and then Leland starts. He flew off the handle. He did after the game, which of course we didn't see either.
well, from what I could gather, it was an incredibly bad call by the first base umpire.
It was.
Even the Red Sox announcer said there was no question the catcher caught the ball.
Yeah,
And the umpire, the home plate umpire, called him out. I mean,
he did. Yeah, he called it a strike.
and then the first base umpire, for some reason, overruled the home plate umpire.
Because he has a better angle.
Apparently not.
No, and that was, he was right, but
And that ended up,
but what I'm
that ended
saying,
up costing the Tigers 3 runs.
but how? Avilas didn't drive in 3 runs.
No, but he got a hit
He got a hit and he got on base,
instead of being.
and then I think it was Ortiz.
Plus,
got
would
the
he
hit
have
or
been the
something.
third out?
he would have been the third out.
Right.
I get that, but
I know.
you know,
because
Pfister was pitching a bad game.
It's when a pitcher makes or somebody makes an error,
Mm-hmm.
and then they say, "Oh, geez, if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't have scored these runs." But my comeback is always the same, which is, well,
It didn't have to cost him 3 runs.
if the pitcher had just sucked it up and got the next guy out, no harm done.
Right.
But there was, and I mean that just opened the floodgates. Thank God.
It really did. It was a
Because
great game.
That 2-run homer that Aceves gave up in the ninth turned out to be no big deal.
No, because they were up 7-2 at that
But
point.
if it was 3 less runs,
Yeah.
that's a real big deal.
Yes. And, it was funny. I was there with my wife, and, she's asking me questions. She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
She looks, and she sees the Red Sox catcher's name up on the big screen. And they upgraded the screens. I don't know if you know that, for the 100th anniversary and all that stuff. They look great. It's awesome. They've got 3 screens
Well, they
now.
were pretty awesome last year when I was there. Did you go to any games last year?
I didn't go to any
Oh,
games
okay.
last
They
year.
were pretty damn good.
They were HD and in color and everything. So maybe they upgraded them
think so.
last year. See, I haven't been in 2 years.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she sees the catcher's name appear up there. And she goes, "What the hell is that?"
That's a monkey playing with a typewriter. Yeah.
I was like, "It's Salta La Macchio." I was like, "It's just like what it, you say it phonetically, really." I mean, I was like, he's a little Italian. She goes, "Apparently." She goes, "I kind of like him." And then he hits a home run in the game. It was great.
Well, he could probably get some All-Star consideration.
He has been playing well.
I mean, he got off to a very slow start.
He did.
So
All the Red Sox
some
did.
of them still are, but
Yeah.
Not David Ortiz.
I mean,
Not David Ortiz.
No, I mean,
well,
this
he's
is
kind of slowing down now.
this
but-
is a team with what 6, 7 guy outfielders on a disabled
I
list.
mean, really,
it's ridiculous.
when the game started, it was Sweeney's back.
Yeah,
He was in center. They had Gonzalez playing right field,
Yeah.
so that you could play first, and they still had Middlebrooks in at third. And then left field, they put in. Why am I drawing a blank on who they had in left field?
Nava.
Nava's been doing all right too. Good for him.
Yeah, I'm glad I dropped him for my fantasy team.
Actually, he's the one that drove in.
Yeah, 3 runs last night.
3 runs.
Yeah.
They said Bobby Valentine said it was the best at bat he's seen in years. To get Verlander, he hit a 3-2, 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
great. Good for him.
That's the thing, though. What they say, Rob. It doesn't always matter how hard you throw. If that ball doesn't move much, a major league player will catch up with it.
Yeah.
Not always, but you see enough of them, you start so you can get it timed.
Yeah.
And David Ortiz had 2 doubles and a home run last night.
So I guess he's back in on his hot streak.
Yeah, because he was like a 1 for 18, 1 for 19 slump. He's
Yeah, he
low
went-
300s, but
Yeah.
I'm not ready to drop him from my team.
I wouldn't do that.
But I dropped. I was looking yesterday. I think I've got about 12 of my original players.
Well, I was looking at the moves, and you have 43 moves on your fantasy team.
Busy. Well,
And I have 22, but I was also making moves for Jen because she wasn't,
oh.
and she needed moves.
Well,
done.
you should get Bard out of the relief pitcher spot if you want to do her a favor.
Well, her other relief pitcher is on the DL, and that's the only reason he's there.
You
Because
get
there's
4.
I know, but she's got 3 decent relief pitchers, and the 4th one's decent. He's just on the DL, and there's really no other good relief pitchers out there because I've picked them all up.
No, I don't think so.
Well, there's whoever had you got Papelbon, but she had Rivera. I mean, and she had the beard.
Or
Good
the guy
God.
from Wilson.
Yes, Brian Wilson,
Yeah, good Beach Boys guy.
the Beach Boys guy, exactly, and the Bare Naked Ladies song.
No wonder he can't.
You're
But-
showing your age, Randy.
But you don't know. But hey, just to touch on Bard,
Yes.
what the hell's wrong with him? I mean, besides the fact that he can't throw strikes, Now, I know he got the win, but
Doesn't matter if you throw strikes if
but
you get
how
the win.
come he can't get it up over 93 miles an hour anymore?
Because he's a starting pitcher. He
No,
can't do that for
that's
5
bullshit.
innings.
You don't have to. But you got a 2-strike count, you need a strikeout. He can't crank it up to 97, 98 for a pitch? Hasn't happened.
Hasn't happened all year.
It hasn't, no. And I
So
remember
I'm wondering
it
if there's something.
was 3 years ago when my sister-in-law sang the national anthem at Fenway. And we saw that game, and he came in for
So did
relief.
that have something to do with
And
his arm state?
maybe she wore it out. I don't know. But
Would she go out with him after?
no. But yeah, he hit 102 in that game. I mean, that's what he was known for. And maybe it's just because he's got a slightly larger repertoire of pitches now that
That he can't control.
well, no. I mean, maybe the batters got used to his 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and they're like, okay, he's going to throw it 100 miles an hour every time. Because he did 14 pitches in a row that were 99 and above
Yeah.
in one game that I went to and watched him. I mean, it was...
But him meatballing up there at 93, 94, not a big deal.
No.
And like Verlander, I mean, he lost the game. But you saw, if you watched it on TV, there were times when he needed to, even against Nava. Backfired on him, but he was getting it up there at 99, 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I
It doesn't
think they're
have to
trying
do-
to teach him how to pitch other pitches. I think he's developed. He used to have the change, and now he has a slider, and he's even throwing a curveball. And
Yeah.
I think he doesn't know how to throw them with velocity yet. I just think that he's just.
But
But
what
why
Randy's
can't he
asking
away
is
from-
why
why
can't he
can't he
go
get
back to his original 100-mile-an-hour fastball?
Why can't, when he needs a strikeout, he gets very few strikeouts now, maybe 2, 3 a game if he's lucky. And like I said, in a key spot, you got runners in scoring position or whatever, you got a 2-strike count on somebody. Why can't you crank it up for 1 or 2 pitches to get it back up to 98
I
at
don't know.
least? And try and just blow it,
Yep.
chest high fastball, blow it by him.
I can't. I'm always amazed at how many pitches are practically throwaways. They're just like over the head,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts like last night. It was the number 9 hitter. He walked him in 4 pitches, and there wasn't one that was even close. Not even close.
Although, on the flip side of what I was asking about Bard is, Aceves kind of surprised me, because every so often he can get it up there at 96, 97.
Yep.
Hey, Jim Snyder's here, and he just came up with a thought.
All right.
Really?
Beer and
Jeez,
chicken.
tell him to hold
Beer
on
and
to it.
chicken is the reason why Bod's fastball is gone.
What'd
Say
you
it again.
Beer and chicken.
This is coming from a Pirates fan.
I didn't know that he was. I didn't know Bard was in the bullpen.
Yeah,
though.
Bard wasn't part of
He
that.
didn't get any.
That was Beckett.
He just got the leftovers.
He got cold chicken and
Yeah.
warm beer.
Yeah, scrawny wing maybe.
Oh boy.
But
No,
No,
but
but it
the
bothers
Red
me
Sox
that-
are starting to look good. They're picking it up. They're
Yeah.
they're 3.5. They're in last place still, but they're only 3.5 out. So either everyone in the East is playing poorly, or
Yeah.
the Red Sox are starting to pick it up and play well. And the Orioles had the best record in the American League, so I'm thinking that they're playing well.
yeah. I'm not sure the Orioles have the best record anymore.
No, I don't think they do anymore,
But-
but they did.
Yeah, I mean, it's encouraging. And even though it's only 3.5 games, it's still tough when you got to climb over 4 teams, because they're not all
Yes.
going to slump.
No,
A couple of them maybe.
no. Well,
So that
especially when there's 2 teams
So that means you
in
get
the
yourself
division playing each other.
right. But that means you get yourself into 3rd place,
Yeah.
and that's not going to get you anything. So that they need themselves.
might.
They need themselves a nice stretch where they can win 15 out of 20,
Yes.
something like that.
They do need that.
But
But if they're
every
3rd
team in
place in
the-
the division, they have a good chance. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me at all if whoever has 2nd and 3rd in the American League East get the 2 wild card spots. So, I mean, you could still do
A
something.
little early to call that.
But every team in the AL East is saying that same thing. If we can win 12 out of 15 games, we're going
Right.
to run away with this. Tampa, the Yankees, they're all right there. Everybody's right there.
Tampa and the Orioles are tied in 1st right now.
Yeah.
The Yankees are 2.5 back. Toronto's 3 back, and the Sox are 3.5 back.
I'm just waiting for Daisuke to get back to settle that rotation down.
I'm hoping,
Who would
you
drop?
sound like you're being a little facetious, but I think
Oh, I dropped Bard. Like, well, he's the only one you could drop right now.
How
I
do
don't
you
know.
do
Lester
that?
is.
you just dropped Lester for Beckett.
Yep.
That was surprising to
I'm
me.
pissed off because, well, I'm also desperate. But no, I mean, I'm holding on, and I'll drop Holiday too.
Well, he's out 6 to 8 weeks, I
Yeah.
think, right? Yeah.
But I've been holding on to these guys, saying they're too good not to do better, and in a good chance in the long run that'll happen.
Mhm.
But hey,
You're impatient.
I'm trying. I've gone down twice. I don't have much left. I'm sinking.
If it's any consolation, Randy, I think I'm starting to run away with the league.
No shit.
I'm 17
Look, can we
games.
say that on the radio?
Probably not, but you've said it twice now.
Really?
Hey, Randy, if you can win 12 out of 15, you'll be in first place.
No, I won't.
No. Well, maybe the weeks. You'd have to
I
blow
gotta
us all out.
sweep
though.
Andrew every time we come up for about a
But
month.
Randy's in, not Randy, Rob is in second place, and he's 17 games back from
Yeah,
me.
well, Jen is breathing down his back, though.
What is she back? I don't even know.
She's not much behind Rob.
She's like 24 games back. I
So-
think. You're like 60-something back, right?
No. It might be 40.
Maybe 40. Maybe it's because of all these moves you're
30
making, and
something.
it's starting to hurt you.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
I'm playing Rob this week, and I didn't look at because I was at the game. I was in Boston most of the day on Monday, and that's when our week starts. And Memorial Day, they all do day games.
oh, yeah, so you
So,
can't make any moves.
I didn't get in time. I didn't wake up early enough, apparently, and set my lineup because one of my pitchers was on the bench. My starting pitchers. Because I'm rotating them. Because, they rotate, so. And he got a win, and he
Now,
had,
what's
he
the
had
difference
like
if
3
you-
run.
What's the difference if you've got 3 starting pitcher slots,
Mhm.
4 relievers, and
then 3
pitchers.
or 4 pitchers. I don't know that it makes any difference
if you have him as a pitcher
as
or
a
as
starting
a starter,
pitcher or
I
a
would
pitcher.
hope not, because that would only give you 3 chances.
I think it's the same as utility players versus actual position
Yeah.
players. It doesn't seem to make
Well,
any huge
I
difference.
dropped one of my bench positions for regular players
Yeah,
so I could have an extra pitcher.
yeah,
So I thought, I'm going to be smart,
yeah.
right? I'm going to stash Holiday there.
Okay.
Dang! He goes on the DL. Oh, God. And
Yeah,
I thought, okay, I'll have an extra pitcher to play with.
yeah.
And if one is slumping, by having a bench, I don't have to drop.
I was doing that with Lincecum. I was
You
dropping.
don't have Lincecum?
I dropped him to the bench, and I was like, he's not playing well. He had over 6 ERA, I think,
Yeah.
or at least 5.5. He hadn't won much many games. He's just been playing very poorly. So I'm going, okay, he's bound to pick it up. So I dropped him to the bench. I said, I'll just wait. Once he starts picking it up, I'll start playing him again. And then I'm looking, and I see R.A. Lively drops C.J. Wilson.
Yep.
And I went, thank you.
He ain't doing that great.
He just gave me oh no, he didn't do the complete game. He did 8 innings. And he had 1 run, I think it was.
Yeah. But overall,
He had under 3 ERA. He's in the top 5, I think, in strikeouts.
Yeah,
He was doing well.
I
I don't
wasn't
know
happy
why
with it.
you dropped him.
I don't
I
know.
don't even know who you picked up for him.
Desperation, I don't know.
But I just thought that was a nice little package that you dropped for me.
Okay.
Again.
Well,
Well, you got Beckett.
I'm
from me.
hoping, yes. But, so.
Hey, did you either one of you guys know that the Hard Knocks is going to be the Miami Dolphins this year?
I did hear that.
On
That's going to be
HBO.
so boring.
The what?
The HBO show Hard Knocks, where the Jets, you got to see
yeah.
Rex Ryan as Rex Ryan.
Well, not me. I don't get HBO.
Me neither. I didn't watch it because I don't really care.
But
But that's going to be awful. It's going to be so bad.
did anybody watch the Indy 500?
No, we don't care about cars.
Yes, I did, right to the end. It was a great race. It was really too bad how it ended.
Yeah. So do
It
you
ended on a
think,
yellow and.
What
but-
was it? A Japanese driver was
Yes.
yapping about Franchetti?
Yes, well, it was the first time he had led it. They were into the last lap, second to last turn. They were neck and neck, and the guy just spun out. The white line on the inside. Everybody that hit it all day just flew out of control, and he did too. He wasn't complaining though. He didn't complain.
Oh, I read something that he claimed Franchetti crowded him, didn't give him any
No,
room.
he had plenty of room.
Isn't that like part of racing?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, going back to football,
Well,
'cause
you
I don't care about
I thought
racing.
you'd like. You don't follow racing, but with Ashley Judd being his wife, I thought you might have followed that.
You know that would be entertaining because she's a good-looking woman.
Yeah, I don't even know what she ever done.
She's an actress.
Well, I know, but anything I would have seen?
She did Along Came a Spider and Kiss the Girl.
Nope.
Kiss the Girls. Sorry. That they were similar movies. Played the same character in them. Gosh, what has she done? I don't have my phone on me, unfortunately. I am a movie guy, and I know who Ashley Judd is.
Yes. Well, I know the
But-
name. I couldn't pick her out of a crowd, but I couldn't pick her out of a crowd of two. But
I definitely could. I do get her confused with one other actress.
with the
who-
Judds, the
No,
folk music
no. But
country western
that
group.
is her sister and mother.
Oh, really?
Yes, those Naomi Judd and I forget the mother's name. Naomi's the redhead. She's the sister.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
my
she's the
wife's a
singer.
country
There's
music
a
fan.
Judds.
Rob knows country.
she's the singer, Naomi Judd,
I know, but
and her mother and her sister are both country
what's her
singers.
mother's name?
Mrs. Judd.
Mrs. Judd, yeah.
Grandma Judd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's-
Winona.
They're
Winona?
Winona Judd.
Is she,
That's the one.
is she related to Winona Ryder?
No, because
No.
first names don't mean anything.
Yeah,
right?
usually
Come
when
on.
you have first
if
names.
you're in China,
Well, that's because the first name is actually the family name.
right there. You
That's
go.
why when Yao Ming played basketball, it said Yao on the back and not Ming.
Right.
And Ichiro Suzuki, it says Ichiro on the back and not
that's,
Suzuki.
yeah, that's what happened when he came down hard on his foot. Well, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, look. You're getting what you pay for out there, people.
Well, okay. So a few weeks back, because I know we're getting close to time.
We are?
A few weeks back, they did release the football schedules.
Okay.
And I was hoping to talk about it
Well,
2
go
weeks
ahead.
ago, and
Oh.
I forgot. And then last week, we, of course, had the great Born Braves guy who we could have talked for 5 hours and probably still had a really
you
great
guys
show.
should have heard what we talked about after.
Oh,
the
it was
show
really
was
good.
done.
And they ESPN ranks the hardest schedules and the easiest schedules,
Mm-hmm.
and the Patriots they ranked the easiest schedule.
I know the basketball.
There have been other years I've heard similar things, and I didn't think
Well, listen to
it
what
was
they've
that
got.
easy.
Their preseason is more difficult than their regular season. It's rather impressive. We start at Tennessee. That's going to be a nice, easy
Now, is
blowout.
this regular season?
I'm starting with regular season.
Okay. At Tennessee.
At Tennessee.
Should
Then we
be a
go
win.
to, and I actually might be in Tennessee. No, I'll be there the next week. I think I'll be in Nashville. So it's too bad I'm going to miss it.
Yeah,
I would have
bummer.
loved to catch that game. Then we're playing Arizona.
Should be a win.
Should be a win. Then we got at Baltimore. Now that's going to be a tough game,
Mm.
especially if the playoff game was any indication. Then it's at Buffalo. Then we play Denver at home. That should be a good game. We'll see how Manning does, but I can't imagine it's going to be a difficult
be a
game.
win.
Should be a win. Then we're at Seattle.
Should be a win.
Jets at home. Should be a win.
Yeah.
St. Louis and London.
Should be a win.
Then it's our bye week.
I would hope so.
I would hope so, yeah. Home against Buffalo. Home against Indy.
But see, you think Buffalo's
The
going to be
Buffalo
a tough
game's going to be a tough game.
Buffalo, I think, will be a tough game. But we got them at home after the bye week. That should be a win.
All right.
At Buffalo, could be a different story.
All right, so that Indy
Then Indy at home
should be a win.
should be a win. At the Jets, at Miami, Houston. I mean, they lost their big defensive guy. Are they going to do anything? We'll see.
People are picking Houston to come out of the East.
Yeah.
They, and they could.
Of the
Well,
AFC.
they-
rather.
well,
They're not
they've been saying
NFC.
that
Oh, they are
last year
AFC.
too, but no, Houston's
Houston's good.
Decent team.
It's really their last
Where's
few
that
games.
game?
That's in New England.
Okay,
So that should help. Then we got home against San Fran. That'll be a good game. At Jacksonville, and then home against Miami.
Well,
I mean,
we'll see if San Francisco was a one-year wonder or not.
Well,
You
what
know.
game is Thanksgiving night?
we got the Jets
Ooh.
at the
Let's
Jets.
see
Ooh,
if
Turkey
Alex,
Day. That's going to be a good day.
but San Francisco, be curious to see if Alex Smith could duplicate last year.
I don't think he can. I mean, for him to talk trash like he was doing,
He's got Randy Moss now.
True.
Yeah, they do. They do have Randy Moss. They should pick up Terrell Owens. He just got dropped by the league he partly owns.
So who do they finish with now?
Miami at home.
Okay. Now,
Jacksonville and Miami are the last two.
I'm wondering if you think Buffalo might be the surprise team. Miami gives me a little cause for concern.
They lost their receiver there, Marshall.
Yeah.
He left so that they could get Tebow, and they didn't get Tebow. So
Yeah, but I mean, one guy.
who's going to be their starting QB? Is it Moore again? Because Moore.
They got David Garrard, and they also drafted.
They got David Garrard.
Yep, they signed him, but they also got the ninth round in the ninth draft in the draft. One,
Oh,
number
but
one pick.
they're not going to start a rookie
Tannehill.
this season. There's no
Tannehill.
way.
They have three quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, Garrod.
But they don't have
Garrard
much else. Do you know
Doesn't
anybody
scare
else
me.
on that
Moore
team?
doesn't scare me.
But they their second half of the year was
Their second half is tough.
a hell of.
It's
No,
also
last year
Oh,
Miami's
Yes.
second half of their season was fairly good,
well, they finished second, didn't they, in the
And-
division?
and conversely,
Buffalo.
Buffalo's second half was lousy.
Yeah, and their
Yeah.
first half was amazing.
Buffalo got hurt. Remember their running back got hurt.
So,
What's his name?
I mean, it's like the Jets. The Jets usually get off to a fast start, and then they do a little fold. Although
They just did mediocre last year.
But
But now they have Tebow, and we'll see if they utilize him to his potential. I mean, but I don't think they will. I don't think Rex Ryan is that good of a coach.
Well, it's not only that, but I mean, it'll be curious to see what effect this has mentally on Sanchez too.
Yeah,
Is he going to be looking over his shoulder all the time,
he should be.
or is this going to be the kick in the butt that he needs?
I guess that should be too.
So, and it's hard, I think, to use two quarterbacks and still keep your offense in sync.
That's
Yeah.
going to be a nightmare.
It's going to be terrible. They're going to finish miserable. If they win 3 games, well, they'll win 3 games.
Oh, yeah.
If they win more than 3 games, I'll be surprised.
No, they'll win 5 or 6 games.
You
'cause
really
they have
think
a
they'll
run
win that many?
you
I don't know.
And a pretty good defense, but they're not going to go
Do
anywhere.
they?
And
Because Darrell Revis didn't do anything last year that I'm aware of.
Well, he
he
shut-
was, because nobody throws at him.
Well, he
But-
shut down. He pretty much
Yeah.
shuts down whoever he's guarding on the Patriots. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Well, they just don't throw them, like Rob just said.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, okay, fair
so
enough,
that
I
takes
guess.
one
I
of
guess
your-
that's
that
effective.
takes
But
one
I
of your
just think that
receivers out of the
But,
game.
but listen to
clubhouse was
who the Patriots are playing in the preseason. They've got the Saints, the Eagles, the Bucks, and the Giants.
They always play the Giants.
They always
Yeah.
and it's at the Giants, and that should be fun because the Giants got rid of everybody. They got rid of one of their receivers, the Knicks. Who's in
and the
San
other
Fran
one,
now.
yeah, they lost another one too.
They lost the running back.
His
Was it
Achilles
Knicks
heel.
or
Huh?
Manningham that went to San Francisco.
Yeah, Manningham. But another one just
he's the one that
tore his
killed the
Achilles heel
Patriots.
Yeah.
too. Another one of their receivers.
Was it? Did they lose Knicks and Manningham?
Yeah, I think all they have is Cruz left.
Right, and then Manningham went to San Fran.
Yeah.
Knicks went to.
No, one of them got hurt. They tore this Achilles heel.
Is that what it was?
3 weeks ago.
That was Knicks. because Manningham is in San Fran.
Yeah.
And then the big guy, the big running back, their fullback, basically.
Yeah, he's gone.
Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs, and he's on San Fran too.
Yeah. Hey, we're
So-
about ready to wrap up, you guys.
Yep. So we're at
Yeah, but
so
it doesn't matter because
how many? Well, here's
Andrew
the
thinks
question.
Eli Manning is
Oh my
the
God.
second coming.
If he's the second coming of anything, is the second coming of
Dan
Peyton?
Marino and Johnny.
Oh my
Unitas all
God.
wrapped up into one. So he doesn't. Eli doesn't even need receivers. He'll throw it. He'll
Oh
run
my
down
God.
and catch it himself.
He absolutely needs receivers. I just think he can do more without receivers than Peyton could. It was just a comparison between the Mannings. That's all it was. Anyway,
No.
I'm just saying, of the games that they could lose, Baltimore, San Fran, maybe Denver, maybe if they live up to their potential, I guess
Yeah, but we
maybe,
got him at home.
and Houston, and I think save for Baltimore, those are all home games. So I mean, they could afford to lose all 4 of those games and still make the playoffs. I think.
Yeah, I mean, you think that if
They should.
they should win at least 12.
I think they should win at least 12.
Yeah.
And I think they'll win at least half of those 4 I just said, and they'll probably lose a couple to, poor teams because they always seem to.
Yep.
They might lose a game to Buffalo. They might even lose a game to Miami or the Jets. I don't think they'll lose one game to each of their division
But I would
rivals,
think
though.
they're probably a safe bet for 12.
I think that's safe. I think
that
it's
should-
safe that they'll win the division
They should
again.
win the division.
And let's see how they do in the
Just
playoffs.
depends how-
Let's see how their defense is. If they've picked up their defense,
God, I hope.
we'll see. So, I guess that's it.
All right. We'll be back, right?
We'll be back
Same
time
place
next
year.
week.
Next
So
week.
we'll see you.
Bye-bye.
"125 years and still teaching the world to sing, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Cape Cod is proud to support the Dukes of Sports." Some of the products offered by Coca-Cola that you can enjoy are Dasani Water, Powerade, Minute Maid Juices, Vitamin Water, Fuse, V8, and Honest Tea.
With 15 offices from the Canal to Provincetown, our experienced and professional agents get the job done whether you are buying or selling. We also offer summer vacation rentals and can assist in mortgage financing, serving the most buyers and sellers across the entire Cape. Check us out at kinlandgrover.com.
Heritage Floor Covering supports the Dukes of Sports and has a spacious and extensive showroom to browse through. Cheryl and Russell are fully insured and offer free estimates. We sell the best and you pay less. 508-833-7600.
The Sagamore Inn is pleased to support the Dukes of Sports. Feel free to visit our website, sagamoreinncapecod.com, for a full menu, catering, and directions. Ask us how you can get a free meal on your next birthday. 508-888-9707.
Dr. Leslie Harmon of Sandwich Animal Hospital, 508-888-2774, gladly supports the Dukes of Sports. We offer lifetime care for dogs, cats, birds, reptiles, rabbits, and more with an on-site diagnostic laboratory, complete pharmacy, medical diets, microchipping, professional grooming, and flea bath appointments. 508-888-8225.
Sandwich Car Wash, Route 130, also does detailing. Express detail in half an hour or less while you wait, or the works by appointment at 508-833-1522, where you can arrange to use Bubbles, our courtesy car. Gift cards available as well. Make a unique gift.